Now, again, the next part of it holding value is that when creators, these artists create their NFTs, they will only create a certain number of NFTs. For example, 5,000 of these NFTs that, these artworks that have unique characteristics to them, but they'll only create 5,000 of them or mint 5,000 of them that will live on the blockchain. So, remember we talked about the dollar and, it being in abundance, it kind of devalues it. But then cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, for example, 18 million circulating supply. What happens when you have 100 million people that want it? It increases the value. So it's the same thing with an NFT. If an artist creates an NFT, non-fungible token, but they only mint or create 5,000 of this artwork, and they're unique and they're pretty cool. What happens when you have 100,000 people that want those 5,000, pieces of art that's locked into the blockchain? You can't create more of them because the blockchain recorded it, and you can't hack the blockchain either. It increases in value, and I think that's very key to understand, as it's going to relate in music a little bit down the line in the course. I think that's key to understand that, let's say if you created a song. Now, traditionally, you create a song, you put it on a platform, people want to stream your song, your song gets streamed. What you get paid is based on the streams, it's pennies, so to accumulate a lot of money, you have to get millions of streams. And it's really not even a lot of money, even a few $1,000s for millions of streams. Now you get into 100 millions and things like that, then it becomes a significant amount of revenue, and even that is subjective. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is that the streaming can happen, at any time, and the streaming is also in abundance, because you have access to the streaming at any time. It sort of devalues the music. So now, for example, if you created an NFT, you could, let's say you're doing one single. Let's talk about one song just to simplify it. One song, you create 5,000 of these songs. Now you make one song. It's one song, the same song, but when you're minting or creating it and it's being recorded on the blockchain, you're making 5,000, you know, um, 5,000 copies of that song or 5,000 versions of that song available on the blockchain. Um, that in itself, and remember, these are unique. They're on the blockchain. There's only 5,000 available, and then you're going to sell those 5,000. What happens when you have 100,000 people or 500,000 people that want those 5,000 songs? I'm just using 5,000 as an example. You could do 10,000, you could do 50,000, you can do 100,000, of those songs. But the point of it is that there's a big difference from, only having 5,000 of those songs available for someone to buy, and own. It's a digital asset that they own, as opposed to having like an unlimited amount to just stream whenever you want to stream it. It's more value when you have a limited. It makes it scarce. Supply and demand rule kicks in. It makes it